Today we're diving into something incredibly exciting, the power to rewire your brain for success in just 7 days. Now that may sound ambitious, but let me assure you, it's absolutely possible if you're willing to commit to the process. You see, our brains are like a network of highways. Every thought we have, every habit we repeat, and every action we take forms a new route on this network. But here's the key: most of those pathways are not fixed. They can be changed, they can be rewired. And that's what makes this journey not only possible, but incredibly powerful. Embracing mindfulness and awareness is the essential first step in rewiring your brain for success. This practice goes far beyond simply noticing the world around you. It involves an intentional focus on your inner experiences, from the thoughts that pass through your mind to the emotions that influence your decisions. Mindfulness is the tool that allows you to examine how you respond to different situations, helping you recognize patterns in your thinking and behaviors that either serve or hinder your journey toward success. When we approach life on autopilot, we often miss the cues that our brain and body are trying to give us. These cues can be anything from a fleeting thought of doubt before a big decision to a moment of frustration after an interaction. When ignored, these subtle signals can accumulate, leading to stress, anxiety, or even a lack of motivation. However, by becoming more mindful, we can start to notice and understand these cues as they arise, helping us make conscious choices rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness enables us to develop a powerful self-awareness that can transform our lives. Through mindfulness, you can begin to see your thought patterns clearly. For example, imagine you have a goal to advance in your career, but every time you consider applying for a higher position, a voice in your mind tells you, "I'm not ready," or "I'm not good enough." This is a self-limiting belief that has likely developed from past experiences, insecurities, or societal conditioning. Left unchecked, this belief could become a constant barrier that stops you from ever taking that next step. However, with mindfulness, you can start to observe these thoughts without judgment. By seeing them clearly and questioning their validity, you can begin to break down these limiting beliefs and replace them with more constructive, empowering thoughts. Awareness also extends to our emotional reactions. Emotions are powerful drivers of behavior, often influencing us in ways we don't immediately recognize. For instance, if you're faced with a challenge at work and your initial reaction is frustration, that emotion may color your response, making you feel defeated or defensive. By practicing mindfulness, you can become aware of these emotional responses as they happen. Rather than letting frustration dictate your actions, you can pause, acknowledge the feeling, and decide how you want to respond. This creates space for a more balanced, effective reaction, which is essential for success in both personal and professional realms. Mindfulness teaches us that we are not our thoughts or our emotions, they are simply experiences that we have. This subtle but profound shift in understanding can free you from many of the mental and emotional limitations you may have carried for years. When you observe a negative thought with mindfulness, rather than identifying with it or letting it control you, you can distance yourself from it and see it for what it is, a momentary thought, not a truth. This gives you the power to let go of thoughts that don't serve you and focus instead on those that will help you move forward. Practicing mindfulness can initially feel challenging because it requires us to slow down and bring attention to each moment, but it quickly becomes easier and more natural with practice. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day for mindfulness meditation. During this time, focus on your breath and notice any thoughts that come up. Rather than engaging with these thoughts or trying to push them away, simply observe them. You may find that certain thoughts recur. Often these are likely related to beliefs or patterns deeply rooted in your mind. Over time, you can become more aware of these patterns and start to make conscious choices to change them. Another technique to build mindfulness is to incorporate it into your everyday activities. Try being fully present while eating, listening to someone, or walking. Notice the details of these experiences: the taste of the food, the sound of the person's voice, or the feeling of your feet on the ground. When you bring this level of awareness into daily life, you train your brain to stay focused on the present rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. This helps reduce stress, improve concentration, and create a more grounded sense of self. Mindfulness also has a significant impact on the brain itself. Research has shown that regular mindfulness practice can lead to structural changes in the brain, particularly in areas associated with learning, memory, emotion regulation, and empathy. One of the most notable effects is on the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for the fight or flight response. When we're constantly stressed or anxious, the amygdala becomes overactive, which can lead to a state of chronic stress. Mindfulness helps to calm the amygdala, reducing stress and allowing us to think more clearly and make better decisions. In addition, mindfulness can strengthen the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in planning, decision-making, and self-control. This means that the more we practice mindfulness, the better equipped we are to handle challenges and make choices that align with our long-term goals. As you build mindfulness, you'll start to experience a greater sense of resilience. Life is full of setbacks and obstacles, but mindfulness helps you develop the inner strength to face these challenges without becoming overwhelmed. When something goes wrong, instead of reacting impulsively, you can pause, assess the situation, and respond in a way that aligns with your values and goals. This resilience is essential for success as it enables you to navigate difficulties with clarity and poise. In the pursuit of success, many of us focus on external factors, setting goals, developing skills, and seeking opportunities. While these are certainly important, true success often begins within. By embracing mindfulness and awareness, you gain the ability to guide your thoughts, emotions, and actions in a way that supports your vision of success. You begin to make choices based on intentionality rather than habit, and you open yourself up to possibilities that you may have previously overlooked. Mindfulness is not just a tool for managing stress or improving focus, it's a way of transforming your relationship with yourself and the world around you. It allows you to see clearly, make conscious choices, and move toward your goals with a sense of calm and purpose. In just a few minutes a day, you can start to cultivate this powerful practice and over time, use it to rewire your brain for success. Setting clear personal goals is one of the most powerful steps you can take to rewire your brain for success. Having a clear goal acts as a compass, guiding your actions, decisions, and even your mindset. When your goals are specific and personal, they become much more than just aspirations. They transform into a source of motivation and a blueprint for creating the life you envision. The first step in setting effective goals is to get specific. Many people have general goals, such as wanting to be successful or get fit, but these goals are often too vague to create meaningful direction. When a goal is unclear, it's easy to lose focus or get discouraged. By contrast, a specific goal gives your brain a concrete target. For example, instead of setting a goal to get fit, you might set a goal to run a 5K in 3 months or lose 10 pounds by the end of the year. These goals have clear outcomes, which makes them easier to visualize and work toward. Visualization is a powerful mental tool that activates the same neural networks as actually completing the task, making success feel achievable and familiar. Another critical aspect of setting clear personal goals is ensuring they align with your values and aspirations. Goals that come from external pressures or societal expectations are often unsustainable because they don't resonate deeply with your own desires. But, for instance, if you're pursuing a career goal because you feel it's expected of you rather than because it's something you truly want, you might find it difficult to stay motivated or derive satisfaction from the journey. Personal goals are those that reflect your core values, passions, and unique vision of success. When a goal aligns with who you are and what you genuinely want, working toward it feels natural and fulfilling, not forced or draining. One effective method for setting personal goals is to use the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Specificity, as mentioned, gives clarity. A measurable goal allows you to track your progress, helping to keep motivation high as you celebrate small wins along the way. Achievability is crucial while goals should stretch you. They should also be realistic enough to avoid unnecessary frustration. Relevance ensures the goal has personal significance, keeping you committed. Lastly, a time-bound goal creates urgency, preventing procrastination and encouraging consistent action. Once you have your goals in place, it's important to write them down. Studies have shown that people who write down their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them. Writing out your goals not only solidifies them in your mind, but also serves as a reference point to revisit when you feel uncertain or need motivation. This process reinforces the goal in your brain, making it more likely that your subconscious mind will stay engaged in working toward it. Breaking your goals down into smaller, manageable steps is another crucial step in setting goals that truly work. Large goals can feel overwhelming, making it hard to start. Breaking them down into smaller tasks helps you focus on one step at a time, which makes the process feel more achievable. For example, if your goal is to write a book, you might start by setting a goal to write 500 words a day. This approach allows you to make consistent progress without feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of the end goal. Visualization and affirmation practices can also play a key role in goal setting. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself achieving your goal. Visualize the details, how you'll feel, where you'll be, what your life will look like once you've achieved it. This mental rehearsal creates a powerful connection between your goal and your emotions, which in turn strengthens your commitment. Likewise, repeating affirmations that support your goal can reinforce a positive mindset, helping you stay focused and motivated, especially during challenging times. Setting clear, personal goals also rewires your brain by reinforcing your ability to prioritize. With clear goals, your brain learns to focus on what's essential, directing your attention and energy toward activities that bring you closer to your aspirations. When unexpected challenges or distractions arise, you'll find it easier to stay on track because you have a well-defined path. Finally, reviewing and adjusting your goals over time is essential for continued growth and motivation. Life changes, and sometimes your goals will need to evolve as well. Regularly checking in on your goals ensures they remain relevant and meaningful. This process of refining and adjusting keeps you in touch with what you truly want, helping you maintain a sense of purpose and direction. By setting clear personal goals, you're not just planning for the future, you're creating a mental and emotional framework that your brain can use to support your journey. These goals serve as a roadmap guiding you toward the version of yourself that you aspire to be, and as you pursue them, your brain learns to think, act, and respond in ways that drive you closer to success. Establishing daily success habits is a transformative practice that builds the foundation for achieving your long-term goals. Habits are powerful because they shape our daily actions, and over time, these consistent actions accumulate into meaningful progress. Success is rarely the result of a single moment. It is often the outcome of small, deliberate choices made each day. By establishing habits that align with your goals, you set yourself up for steady, sustainable growth that rewires your brain for lasting success. One of the first steps in creating successful habits is to identify the specific behaviors that support your larger goals. Think of it as reverse engineering your success. Start with your ultimate goal, then break it down into smaller actions that, when repeated consistently, will lead you there. For example, if your goal is to improve physical health, daily habits such as exercising for 30 minutes, drinking enough water, or eating balanced meals are essential. If your goal is professional growth, habits might include dedicating time each day to learning new skills, networking, or focusing on a priority task. The key is to create habits that not only align with your goals, but are also realistic and sustainable over time. The consistency of a habit is more important than its intensity. Many people set out with ambitious plans, but their efforts are unsustainable, leading to burnout or discouragement. Success habits should be small enough to fit into your daily routine without overwhelming you. This is where the concept of micro-habits becomes valuable. A micro-habit is a small action that requires minimal effort but can build momentum over time. For instance, if you want to read more, start with just 5 pages a day. This may seem small, but as it becomes a regular part of your routine, you can gradually increase the time or pages you read each day. Starting small increases the likelihood of sticking to the habit, and once it becomes part of your routine, you can build upon it. Creating routines around your success habits helps anchor them into your daily life. When you incorporate habits into specific times of the day or link them with other activities, they become easier to maintain. For instance, if one of your success habits is to practice gratitude, you might choose to do this each morning as part of your wake-up routine. This morning ritual sets a positive tone for the day, helping you cultivate a mindset of appreciation that can enhance productivity and reduce stress. Likewise, if your habit is to work out, you might tie it to your lunch break or schedule it right after work. Associating habits with certain times or activities makes them automatic, reducing the mental effort needed to complete them. Another powerful technique to support habit formation is to use cues and triggers. A cue is a signal that reminds you to perform a habit. For example, if your goal is to drink more water, you might set a reminder on your phone every hour. If you want to meditate each day, place a meditation cushion or journal in a visible spot where you'll see it each morning. These cues serve as gentle reminders that encourage you to take action even on days when motivation might be low. Celebrating small wins is also essential in building successful habits. Each time you complete a habit, no matter how small, it's a victory. Celebrating these moments, even with something as simple as acknowledging your progress, reinforces positive behavior. This reward helps release dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical, which strengthens the habit loop and makes it more likely that you'll repeat the action. Over time, these small celebrations build confidence, making you feel capable of achieving even bigger goals. Tracking your habits can provide valuable insights into your progress and serve as an additional motivator. Habit tracking can be as simple as marking off each day you complete a habit on a calendar, or using an app designed for this purpose. Tracking creates a sense of accountability, and seeing a streak of completed days can be a powerful motivator to keep going. Moreover, tracking allows you to identify patterns and make adjustments if necessary. For example, if you notice you often miss a habit on weekends, you might try modifying your routine on those days to make it easier to stay consistent. Patience and flexibility are important when establishing daily success habits. Habits don't form overnight, they require time and repetition. Research suggests it can take anywhere from 21 to 66 days to form a new habit, depending on the individual and the habit's complexity. During this period, there may be days when you miss a habit or feel discouraged. Rather than viewing these moments as failures, treat them as opportunities to learn. If a habit isn't sticking, consider if it's realistic or try breaking it down into an even smaller action. Remember, progress is more important than perfection, and the goal is to create habits that you can maintain in the long term. Self-discipline is also a key component in building success habits. There will be days when you may not feel like completing your habits, but self-discipline can help you push through temporary resistance. However, discipline doesn't have to mean harsh self-control. It can be about staying committed to the vision of your future self. One effective strategy for building discipline is to remind yourself of the why behind your habits. Understanding the deeper purpose and benefits of your habits can keep you motivated when immediate results aren't visible. Once you have established a few core habits, you can start to compound them, building layers of behaviors that work together to support your success. For instance, if you've developed the habit of reading each day, you might add a journaling practice to reflect on what you've learned. These compounded habits reinforce each other and create a powerful routine that moves you closer to your goals. Over time, your habits will become a part of who you are, shaping your identity as a person committed to personal growth and success. Incorporating daily success habits is more than a strategy, it's a lifestyle that supports continuous improvement. The habits you cultivate define your trajectory, creating a framework for achieving your aspirations while enhancing your well-being and resilience. Success habits transform your life gradually but consistently, rewiring your brain to prioritize growth, focus, and perseverance. By embedding these habits into your daily routine, you're not just working toward a goal, you're crafting a mindset and lifestyle that naturally lead to success. Using visualization and positive affirmations is a transformative approach to programming your mind for success. Visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental images of your goals, imagining yourself already having achieved them with as much sensory detail as possible. This mental rehearsal taps into the brain's ability to mimic the emotions, focus, and motivation that arise when you're actively pursuing or even achieving these goals in real life. Positive affirmations, on the other hand, are intentional, empowering statements that you repeat to reinforce a success-oriented mindset. Together, visualization and affirmations are powerful tools to rewire your brain, build confidence, and set a clear path toward your aspirations. Visualization is effective because the brain doesn't easily distinguish between real and imagined experiences. When you visualize yourself succeeding, your brain activates the same neural pathways that it would if you were actually performing the task. This mental rehearsal builds familiarity, which can reduce anxiety, improve focus, and boost confidence when you face real challenges. For example, if your goal is to deliver a compelling presentation, spending a few minutes each day visualizing yourself confidently presenting to an engaged audience can help make that scenario feel more achievable. You might picture yourself speaking clearly, connecting with the audience, and feeling a sense of accomplishment afterward. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the more powerful it becomes, as it creates a realistic mental experience that strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve the goal. Visualizing the steps leading up to your goal is just as important as picturing the end result. This process, called process visualization, involves imagining the actions you need to take to achieve your goal, from small daily tasks to larger milestones. This approach not only clarifies the path forward, but also prepares you to handle obstacles along the way. If you're working toward a fitness goal, for instance, process visualization could include seeing yourself waking up early, putting on your workout clothes, completing your exercises, and feeling energized afterward. Visualizing each step allows you to mentally rehearse the commitment and discipline needed to succeed, reducing the likelihood of procrastination or doubt when it's time to take action. Positive affirmations complement visualization by reinforcing the beliefs and self-image that support your goals. When used consistently, affirmations can help counter negative or self-limiting beliefs, replacing them with thoughts that empower you to take meaningful action. For example, if you often find yourself doubting your abilities, an affirmation like "I am capable, resilient, and prepared to succeed" can help reshape that mindset. By repeating affirmations daily, especially when combined with visualization, you're essentially training your brain to view these positive statements as truths. Over time, this helps build confidence and resilience, essential qualities for overcoming obstacles and staying focused on your goals. Affirmations work best when they are specific, positive, and stated in the present tense. Instead of saying, "I will be successful," you might say, "I am successful in everything I set my mind to." This present tense phrasing communicates to your brain that these qualities already exist within you rather than being something you are only striving for. The repetition of these affirmations reinforces these beliefs, creating a foundation of self-assurance and optimism that becomes increasingly natural over time. Combining visualization and affirmations amplifies their effects. Start by visualizing your goal with as much sensory detail as possible, engaging all your senses in the experience. Feel the pride, satisfaction, and excitement of reaching your goal, as well as the specific sights, sounds, and emotions associated with it. Then, as you visualize, mentally repeat your affirmations, linking them to the visualization. This pairing strengthens the connection between your desired outcome and your self-belief, allowing you to approach your goals with greater determination and clarity. Using visualization and affirmations as part of a daily routine helps you stay focused and motivated, even on difficult days. Consistency is key to rewiring the brain, so dedicating a few minutes each morning or evening to these practices can have a profound impact over time. When faced with challenges or setbacks, visualizing your success and repeating affirmations can serve as a powerful reminder of your capabilities and resilience, helping you maintain a positive mindset rather than getting discouraged. The impact of visualization and affirmations extends beyond personal success. It can also influence how others perceive and interact with you. When you truly believe in your goals and your ability to achieve them, you exude confidence, positivity, and focus, which can inspire and attract support from those around you. Visualization and affirmations create a mental environment that primes you for success, allowing you to approach each day with a proactive, optimistic outlook. Ultimately, visualization and affirmations shape your inner narrative, guiding your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with your goals. They serve as reminders of your potential, helping you push past self-doubt and build a mindset rooted in confidence and purpose. By envisioning your success and affirming your abilities, you're not only reinforcing your commitment to your goals, but also creating a mental framework that makes success feel achievable and natural. As these practices become a regular part of your routine, you'll find yourself increasingly prepared, motivated, and empowered to turn your vision into reality.